Today, we're going to take a closer look at working with others. So if you have your My Book 2, go ahead and pause the video and get your My Book 2 out of the brown bag that we gave you and turn to page 41. Good. Are you on page 41? Now let's begin. So our story this week, or our text, is working with others. What kind of text do you think working with others is? Is it fiction or nonfiction? Well, we can see on the cover of our story that there's real pictures of children. The title's Working with Others. And if we take a quick picture walk, we can see that this is a nonfiction text because it's giving us facts and it has real photos. So there's our evidence. It is nonfiction text. But what kind of nonfiction text is working with others? Well, if we look on page 40, it tells us that this text is an informational text. Go ahead and say informational text. An informational text is nonfiction. It gives facts about a topic. So as you read Working with Others or listen to it, you pay attention to the main topic and the details, the headings, and the photos. Now let's take a look at Working with Others. We are going to go ahead and turn to page 45. So go ahead and turn to page 45. We are going to look at page 45 and I'm going to reread it. It says, walking away is okay at first, but it won't solve anything. People need to work things out with each other. People should talk about their feelings. Talking can solve conflicts. Talking can make everyone feel better. We can solve conflicts without arguing. Take turns talking to let everyone share his or her opinion. Sometimes you will not agree with a person's opinion. Listen to what the other person is saying and ask questions. So what are these two paragraphs mostly about? Good job. The two paragraphs are mostly about how talking helps people solve problems. And we can even see that with the evidence in our paragraphs and the picture here of the kids talking to each other and taking turns. So what evidence supports your central idea? Remember, the central idea is that talking helps people solve problems. But how do we know that? Where's the proof? Well, I know we can look back at our paragraphs and use our Sharpie to underline the supporting evidence from the story. So let's look at paragraph 1. We're going to go ahead and put 1. You can get a pencil, a crayon, Sharpie, marker, highlighter to write paragraph 1. So we're going to put a 1 and then a P for paragraph. So we have 1 and then the P for paragraph. So that's the first paragraph. Second paragraph. Now we need to find the supporting evidence. So where are the sentences that show us or tell us that the central idea is talking helps people solve problems? Well, we can see here that it says people need to work things out. People should talk. So there's our clue word. People should talk about their feelings. So there's supporting evidence. We're going to underline that. Talking can solve conflicts. There's another talking word. And talking can make everyone feel better. So that's 3 sentences from the text that show us that the central idea is talking helps people solve problems. Now, paragraph 2. Do we see any clue words that have talking or solving problems? Well, we can see that it says take turns talking to let everyone share his or her opinion. So we can see that in paragraph 2, there's a sentence that talks about how talking and taking turns with talking can help people solve problems. Now let's look at page 47. Go ahead and turn to page 47 and follow along with me. I'm going to read page 47 to 50. If you are stuck, ask an adult to help you solve the conflicts. Ask someone to help you who will listen and not take sides. You might have to compromise. Compromise means both sides must give up something to solve conflicts. Solving conflicts peacefully takes practice. Work together. Solve conflicts as a team. Talk them out and everyone will be happy. Dealing with anger. What do you do when you feel angry? You might feel too angry to talk about how you feel. Here are some ways for you to calm down and get the anger out. Take deep breaths and count slowly. Write down what happened and how you feel about it. Draw a picture. Listen to calm music. Read a book. Take a walk or do some other kind of exercise. Pound on a pillow. Stomp your feet. Talking things out. When you feel a little better, it is time to talk. Here are some things to remember when talking things out. Tell the other person how you feel and why you feel that way. Be honest. Ask that person how he or she feels. Remember that your body also tells a person how you are feeling. Show that you care about what he or she is saying. Don't cross your arms or make faces. Look at the person you are speaking to. Do the same thing when the other person is speaking to you. Listen carefully to what the other person has to say. Wait for your turn to speak. Apologize when you are wrong or if you hurt someone's feelings. Try to find a way to do things differently next time. Now let's take a closer look to see if we can find our central idea. Go ahead and turn to page 47. Now, what is the text mostly about? Think about the pages that we have read. What is the text mostly about? Well, the text is mostly about that there are different ways to solve conflicts and deal with being angry. But what text evidence supports our central idea that there are different ways to solve conflicts and deal with being angry? Well, we can see on page 47 that one way to solve the conflict, which says it here in this paragraph, ask an adult to help solve the conflict. So that's one idea that supports this, supports the central idea. What's some other text evidence? Well, another way is to compromise. It says you might have to compromise. So that's another one. Go ahead and underline that text evidence. And let's look at the next page. So what evidence do we see here that supports our central idea, or what the text is mostly about? We're looking for words that tell us how to solve conflicts. Well, it says solving conflicts takes practice. It says solve conflicts as a team. So it's telling us right there to solve it as a team. And that's an idea that supports our central idea. And then let's look at page 49. It says, when you are feeling angry. Now let's look at page 49. It tells us that when you are feeling angry, you need to calm down before the anger gets out or before you talk about it. Now let's look at page 50. It tells us it gives us more evidence here that supports our central idea that when you feel better, that is time to talk it out. So we just found evidence, supporting evidence that support our central idea. And what is our central idea? Good job. The central idea is that there are different ways to solve conflicts and deal with being angry. Now use this video to help you complete the activity, and you can use what we practiced today to help you find the central idea in other texts.